is up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, today I have a haul. It's an older haul. I got a lot of this in before my last video, but I did get something in the mail in between videos, which is pretty cool. So we have the Death of Superman. This is a Spanish edition, and there's some small differences. So here's the normal one. So as you can tell, we have the red up here in Spanish, Universo DC, and on the back it says I think it's La Muerte de Superman. So just slightly different. It looks kind of rough. This thing is actually polyed. It's covered in a poly, and the poly is real scuffed up. But super happy to add it. Been going after a lot of these different foreign books, mainly looking for Death of Superman or logo foils. Got a lot of cool stuff coming in that regard. But onto the haul. So this is two different orders from Mycomicshop. And I think Mycomicshop is probably the best online comic shop. The only beef I really have with them is that their shipping is skyrocketed over the years. I remember ordering from them, and at $50 you would get free shipping. And now shipping just goes through the roof the more you buy. But it is a great place to just finish runs, which is what I was trying to do with this. I finished a lot of runs with this haul. And the orders are put together. So we'll jump right in. Give me a second. Alright. So the biggest thing I've been wanting to finish was DC Comics Presents. So here we have issue 72 with the Phantom Stranger and Joker. Number 64 with Kamandi. 62 with the Freedom Fighters. 61 with OMAC. And then with the recent haul I had, where I got a whole bunch of these for $1.50 from a shop. Got the last of the keys I need. So these are pretty much just all commons. 39 with Plastic Man. But they are, a lot of these are desirable team-ups, like the Joker, the first one I showed. 37 with Hawkgirl. 21 with Elongated Man. Like this one here. 18 with Zatanna, a little bit tougher to come across. 17 is Firestorm. 15 is the Atom. 13 is the Legion of Superheroes. 12 is Mr. Miracle. 11 is Hawkman. 5 is Aquaman. 4 is the Metal Men. And the last one I needed, issue 3 with Adam Strange. Super, super happy to complete this. I feel like it was probably 5-6 years since I really started picking these up in the dollar bins at STL and decided that I wanted to finish it. A ton of keys, some major keys in this run. It's just not something, at least I come across very much in the dollar bins. When I do, it seems to be the same issues over and over. So I also picked up, this is the current JSA series, issue 5. This is, of course, I wasn't buying new books, and I've been picking these up new, and found some for $1 during the Halloween sale at the LCS I stop at. did not have issue 5. I believe this is the death of Wildcat. But now I'm caught up with this series. The series before, written by Jeff Johns, we have 12, 11, 9, issue 7. Unfortunately, they did not have issue 8. I need issue 8 from this to complete it. But you can kind of tell, going after certain characters, certain series that mean more, that I like to collect. I do love the JSA. Another character I really like, Nightwing. I believe I actually came in probably not too long after this issue. I know I bought a few back issues going back when I started picking these up new. So I want to say like maybe 24, 25 is when I came in. We have issue 116. Issue 99. 95. And 94. I believe on my goals list I had all the way up to issue like 130 something. I forget exactly where they have the Legacy 300. And I'm not 100% sure. I think I have all of the issues up to that. I'm only missing 2 from this run now to be caught up, which is very cool. A couple single issues. This is the B cover. This is what they had of Martian Manhunter issue 9. This is the last issue of Martian Manhunter I need all together. So I'm completely caught up on all his runs. And then weirdly enough, this was a series I was buying new. Somehow missed issue 11 of Jimmy Olsen. I've actually really been wanting to go back and read this because I feel like it was a really fun and funny series. So happy to finish off that little mini with that. And then the next thing, something I found out about, I want to say a year ago, it may have been 2 years ago, that just sort of sits in your cart, or your saved area of the cart on eBay that you never buy because you don't want to spend 15 bucks for shipping to get it. Hoping to come across it in a dollar bin or something, never have. But a cool little one-shot. The 80-page giant Silver Age. I'm sure any collectors of DC Comics have come across the Silver Age one-shots for various things, like Justice League and such. There's an actual 80-page giant of that, which is pretty cool. So, one of my trips to Tater Tot, I found some of these in their dollar bin, and to be honest with you, I had no idea that I hadn't finished this. I felt like I picked all these up new, but I needed 2 more issues after what I found at Tater Tots of Justice League Infinity, because this does tie into my Dennyverse collection. So we have 5 and issue 4 to finish that. A little bit more on the Dennyverse coming up. But across these 2 hauls, I would throw some of these in randomly. That being Wonder Woman. This is the last issue of New 52 I needed. Issue 42. But just throwing in a couple of the Volume 2. I believe I'm well under 100 now. Probably around 70, 80, I want to say, from finishing this run. Not going to stress about it because it could be expensive if you don't take your time. So I sort of went for issues that were around a $2, $3 mark. Above 50 because I'd really like to fill in 1 to 50. So we have 49. 25. 17. 11. And issue 3 of Wonder Woman Volume 2. Slowly filling that run in. We have Green Lantern War Journal. I needed a couple issues to finish this. We have the action figure variant of 12. 11, and 10. And then talking about that quarter sale at the LCS I stop at, I found an issue of this series, issue 1. I didn't even know this existed. A Titans United Blood Pack. I have all of the Titans United. I didn't know there was a second one. But these are cheap enough. I have a very cool little Titans miniseries. And then out of all the miniseries and different things DC does, I've really enjoyed DC vs. Vampires. And I found issues randomly, but I picked up the cheapest cover of every issue I needed. I do really enjoy this and Deceased. I think are done really well. So happy to finish that. And then, you know, I'm a sucker for minis and one-shots. And I'd say maybe the hardest series to find. Barely ever come across it. It's like it don't exist. Probably not very popular. But the Pennyworth Alfred miniseries. I just needed a few issues of to finish. And then, you know, I've been after this. Batman New 52. I just could not find 25 anywhere. I mean, I look in Price is Mark, the $5 area. Everywhere they have Batman, could not find an issue 25. Don't believe there's anything key about it. But a cool thing about having to wait till making a cart on Mycomicshop, I didn't realize I also needed issue 0. So happy to pick that up. And then speaking of the Diniverse, I need some of the Green Lantern animated, the Justice League Unlimited, not the current Justice League book out, but the one based on the animated series I need. And also the Batman Continues. So season 3. I needed some issues. A good chunk of it. And then season 2, I did not have the last issue. So happy to pick that up. And so the last thing, when I go and look, Tater Tots and STL actually have sections of full sets you could get. And the number one thing I've been looking for is this. I probably read it years ago, way before YouTube, don't remember it. But this is, reading online, considered maybe the worst Batman story ever. Which is shocking, because it's from one of the most famous artists and creators. So I wanted to get these single issues, because I have a trade of it. I may have gotten rid of it already. But what is this worst Batman story? That would be Batman Odyssey. And this thing's weird. Sort of like Batman the Dark Knight. If you collect Batman, you'll know what I mean. It had like a few issues, like 3 or 5 issues, and then we jumped to New 52. And it restarted at number 1, even though it's basically the same thing. And I believe that's exactly what happened with Batman Odyssey. This being the New 52, 1 through 7. But right before that, we had a 1 through 6, pre-New 52. I'm actually pretty excited to read this. I may or may not do a review of it. Just in reading about it, it's really intrigued me to read it. They say it's unreviewable, it's so bad. But we'll see. So there's my hauls sort of in the period, the 2-3 weeks that I was MIA on YouTube. Super happy to pick a lot of these up and finish a lot of runs. Going forward, I mean, other than filling in holes in newer series, Wonder Woman Volume 2 is pretty much the main thing I think I'm looking at. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this haul, if you collect any of these series and what you think of them. And with that, I'll see y'all next time.